All right, what is going on? Welcome to this video. It is summertime out, hot, hot, hot. And today we're going to be looking at the slip and slide and how to clean it and store it. I made a separate video reviewing this particular slip and slide or a similar one, so you can search my channel for that. But again, when it's all said and done, all that fun is over with. How do you clean it? How do you store it, right? Because the last thing you want is for this thing to get moldy and gross. Use it 1 or 2 times and then yuck. So you got to take good care of it after each use. I would say you could probably skip the cleaning every time step, but you definitely want to make sure you dry it out. But anyway, the cleaning process looks like this. Take a little Dawn soap and some lukewarm water. You need a soft bristled brush, one that won't puncture. And make sure it's a hot day outside. If you're using the slip and slide, it's probably hot. Don't wait till the next day. Once it's done, get it out. Make sure it's unfolded. And you can see it's wet, wet, wet. If you just fold it up like this and put it away, that's bad news. It's going to be pretty nasty the next time you get it out. The underside especially is going to be dirty, more than likely, depending on where you have it. But if it's in the grass, it will be kind of smushed down into the grass, and the soil will kind of get on it, right? Especially if it's wet, it might even be a little muddy. So we're just going to take that water and soap solution and just give it a good wipe down, preferably when it's still wet, right? But certainly get out the hose and just give it a good cleaning. It's not so bad. It's really not. Looks a bit arduous, right? There's a lot of square footage here on this particular one. Maybe you have a narrower one. It's only one color, for example, that goes down. But definitely worth it, I think. Cleaning it off, and then of course once you give it a scrub, go ahead and hose it off, get all that dirt and soap, just rinse it off, and it'll pool in places. That's normal. Just try to lift most of it up, turn it upside down, go to some dry grass, drag it over to a little where the grass is a little drier, turn it upside down, do the same thing, right? Doesn't have to be perfect in terms of dirt, right? It doesn't have to be brand new every time, but you just want to get some of the clumps of mud and anything else off that may have accumulated. So that is what I'm doing here. I'm doing it with one hand, so as always here, bear with me. Okay. Again, both sides, and just let it sit out in the sun. It does help to wipe down with a rag or a towel some of those big blobs of water. It helps drying a little faster. And if you're the end of yours, actually, it might collect water inside when the hose, when you put the hose on, it pushes water through this tube right throughout the slip and slide. So there might be water kind of trapped in there. I think that's normal as well. Try to get most of that out if you can. It probably won't be perfect. I have not figured out a way to make it completely dry in there unless you hang it upside down, possibly for multiple days, and kind of squeeze it. But you're going to probably have some water inside the tube itself. But the idea here is to get all the water from the slip and slide portion out, so that when the little bodies are going down this, that's not actually going through mildew and mold, right? So you want that dry before you store it. And as far as storage goes, you can put it inside of a giant Rubbermaid like this, or just on top of one, perhaps inside of a garage. I don't like to leave it out in the sun. I don't like to leave it exposed to rain or anything like that. So I just keep it in my garage, and that is how I am able to use it over and over again. And that'll help prolong the longevity of your slip and slide. Proper storage, proper cleaning every time. Thanks so much, and hopefully this has helped you.